Good morning, MacLaren. I am Mrs. Kimlicko, and I'm always very curious about words. Throughout the fall semester, I heard several words in conversations between students that are actually French words, so that's what I'd like to talk about today. Did you know that more than 10,000 words used in English language derive from French? The main reason for this French influence is the Norman invasion of England in 1066, which resulted in the Duke of Normandy, known as William the Conqueror, becoming King of England. Normandy is a region of France in the northwest part of the country, just across the English Channel. This Norman King of England spoke no English, and during his reign, from 1066 to 1087, French became the language of the court, the government, and the upper class. Over time, it infiltrated other parts of society and continued to coexist with English for several centuries thereafter. French influences in the world of the arts, including ballet, architecture, painting, and culinary arts, can explain the infiltration of additional words into the English language throughout history. So let's start with some culinary terms. Sauté is one of the many culinary terms borrowed from the French language. This word is the past participle of the verb to jump. When a recipe calls for sautéing vegetables, it means they need to be cooked over high heat with a little fat for a relatively short amount of time. You may have seen chefs actually making their vegetables jump by shaking the pan back and forth. But your vegetables don't have to jump as dramatically as those in the picture to be sautéed. And truthfully, you can obtain the same result by stirring them with a spatula. The soufflé is a similar example, and it comes from the verb to blow. Made with beaten egg whites, it expands as it bakes, which makes it puff up, hence its name, which literally means blown up or inflated. Other terms with the French participle ending "et" include some ballet terms, such as plier, which comes from the verb to fold, and jeter, to throw. Now, I'm sure you've all used the term RSVP on invitations you've sent to friends or family. But do you know that this acronym stands for Répondez, s'il vous plaît, which means please reply. Répondez is a conjugated form of the verb to reply, and the combination of the three words s'il vous plaît, technically four words, means please. So if you write please RSVP, you're actually saying please twice. Please reply, please. A rendezvous, which today refers to a specific time and place when a meeting has been arranged, and sometimes can be meant as a date or a secret meeting, was first used in English by the military to refer to a place for troops to assemble. This term comes from the French reflexive verb se rendre, which means to go or to present yourself. Rendezvous is the imperative form of this verb, and can literally be translated as please go to or present yourself at. If someday you have to see a doctor while you're in France, don't be alarmed if you're asked to schedule a rendezvous, as this word is actually used to refer to an appointment. So rendezvous, often abbreviated as RDV, commonly happen with dentists, hairdressers, mechanics, and teachers too. When you have a sense of déjà vu, you're feeling as if you're experiencing something you've experienced before. That's because déjà vu means already seen. While in French it's used only to refer to the experience of seeing, this expression gained a broader meaning when borrowed by English speakers, as it usually refers to a wider range of experiences. Now, most of us have made papier mache before, or paper mache, a low-cost technique to create simple objects or artistic pieces from paper, oftentimes newspaper, and a sticky paste. It involves layering paper over a form using glue or another binding agent, which can be made from flour and water. As the paper dries, it keeps its given shape and can then be painted. Both papier and mache are French words. The former, as you can guess, means paper, while the latter means chewed. So the word papier mache refers to chewed up paper, which, if you were to chew paper, would resemble to some extent to the pulp obtained when mixing paper, flour, and water together, another way to make paper mache. Our last word for today is matinee, which refers to the earliest showing of a play or a movie at a theater, typically around 1 p.m. This term actually means morning in French, so bonne matinée is something you would say to wish someone a good morning. And faire la grasse matinée, literally meaning to have a fat morning, implies sleeping in or sleeping all morning. So if you thought you couldn't speak any French, now you know that's not true. And you actually use several French words all the time in your conversations, such as some of these words maybe. Now the same goes for English words in the French language. Weekend, brunch, email, and t-shirt are just a few examples of English words that are commonly used by French people today. There are thousands more, and the number keeps growing, but that's for another presentation. Now I wish you all a bonne matinée. Thank you.